The Pinewood Builder oil platform. Located in the middle of an ocean unknown to most civilians, we were granted special access to view this platform. Now, to start off our tour, we shall start on the 12th floor, where the heliport is. From there, we shall explore all 12 floors of this oil platform. Now, to start off, the heliport is just simply a helicopter that heads to Pinewood Builders HQ. It's a direct route. Now, if we were to head downstairs, floor number 11, we see cargo ramps. This cargo ramp just takes us up to the 12th floor and down to other areas on the platform. But we are not here for the cargo ramps. We are here for the information hidden here about Pinewood Builders. Why would Pinewood Builders need an oil platform? Now, we have many areas where we can't access due to it being restricted from our location. Let alone being granted access to this platform, it is understandable that we are not allowed into certain areas. On floor 11, we appear to have propane tanks and other utilities. There is a developer's room which we don't have access to. Now, if we are to head down another floor, a little bit lost here, down another floor, the 10th floor, we shall see things don't really change. The motto of Pinewood Builders. Now here we see just an oil coming off the excess. Now as we walk around the 10th floor, we see this chart. The 2013 oil reserves. See, the Middle East has a large oil reserve. Also does Canada and northern South America. That map is accurate. That's not something about Pinewood Builders, that's just information available to anyone. On the 10th floor, we appear to have a thermalizer for the oil process. We also have this hidden door all the way here at the end. Enter it, and we get access to the Pinewood Builders oil platform, what appear to be offices. Spaces for rent. Apparently you can have offices. Doesn't lead to much. A meeting room. Like any other business corporation. Now, let's look at this here. We have a listing of all the levels. On level 12 there is a conference hall. On level 10 there's emergency batteries. Level 9 there's a PET rooms. Level 7 is the cafeteria. Level 4 is the reactor. Level 10 is the meeting room. Level 9 is security. Level 8 is the living sector. And level 5 is main control. But hang on. One of these doesn't match. Why does this oil platform need a reactor? Couldn't they just use the oil that they are filling up from the ocean to provide themselves power? And what type of reactor is it? As we explore more into this oil platform area, we see that it's fairly bland and empty. We can enter a gas production room, but that just leads us back outside. Now, we haven't looked everywhere outside, so as we continue walking around, we find another stairwell, and arrows pointing to gas production over there, and emergency batteries over here. Now, the emergency batteries are behind a locked door to the servers. This is due to the fact they are only for emergencies, and that brings us full circle. Let us head down to floor number 9. See a staircase downwards that leads to the event hall. We will be coming back to that later. As we continue down the hallway that we see first, we find that same stairwell, gas production again, security, and a fire station behind us. Now, as we head to the security and fire station and the clinic, we enter the doors and we are greeted with beautiful pictures of Vincent van Gogh. They're quite wonderful. We then find where all of the clinic items and fire stations are located. We try to open the fire door, but nothing happens. Then we head down and we see the Pinewood Builders security team. We can enter there, but we can't enter anything else. As we cross across the hallway, we loop back around to where we were. We then see a staircase with a tree at the top. And once again, the label Pinewood Builders oil platform. Then we also find a chemistry lab. The chemistry lab doors do not open either. Are they in development, or are we locked out of them for a reason? As we continue backtracking down the hallway that we went down, we find the corridor that we left behind before, and we head down that. We see a tainted glass door and the Pinewood Builders security room. That's it for this floor. So let us head back outside and explore the rest of this floor. We find more gas tanks for ethylizer, same tubes on the 12th floor down here. They span the majority of the floors. We find even more tanks, fire extinguishers, and a diagrammatic motion for a schematic flow diagram of a typical large natural gas processing plant. What we're standing in. We find the cargo ramps again. As we loop around the other side, we are on the other side of all the tanks and items. We keep walking down, and then we find another Pinewood Builders logo, but phrasing. We find a door to our left, and we find the emergency coolant pump. Again, why would they need an emergency coolant pump on an oil platform? Most oil platforms typically don't have emergency coolant pumps. We walk around and we find 2 ATMs. Why would they need ATMs on this platform? Now, we're back at the hallway that takes us to the event hall. So let's head down to the event hall. We go down and it just leads us to the 8th floor. There's a bunch of doors and a keypad over here. Let's try a code. Appears to be a hidden code. We find the event hall to be a vast, empty room with a stage on the other side and spotlights decorating the ceiling. Nothing special. We continue to explore the 8th floor, and we find more gas production. The gas production will be throughout the entirety of this plant. Now we're heading over to the living sectors. Inside the living sectors, we shall find the rooms for the people that work on this station. We got lucky and there is currently no one here for this oil platform. It's under maintenance, and we are able to get permission to come explore. We find the rooms to be tight and accommodating. That's it. Twin beds for one room. Majority of the rooms are this way. Some are in different layouts and some have 3 beds. Majority are designed to sufficient space for the living quarters. Need more money? Join Pinewood Builders. Another quote from them. Room 810 is another triplet room with a TV on the wall, while 809 is just a dual. So the rooms seem to share the items of their either duals or triplets. Then we have rooms on this side. 804 is just a double. Same with 803. But 803 has changes. It has a private desk. We can see some people have better rooms than others. 802 is in the same layout as 803, and 801 is also in that layout. Now, you can see a better picture of that tree. Let's head down to 805 and 806. 805 is just a double, and 806 is another double. Stay flat. As we continue exploring, you can see where we started in the first place. So we've explored the living areas. Let us head back outside and downstairs, floor 7. Wait, hang on. Engine testing lab? Why would they have 2 jet engines on an oil platform in the middle of an ocean? That's very strange. So clearly, we are not done on floor 8. It's not only living sectors, but apparently a jet testing area. You see that they have 2 engines. One of them is a General Electric jet engine, and the other one is a Rolls-Royce jet engine. 2 engines in real life. Let us head down to floor 7. We need to find ourselves the staircase that we found in the before. You see they have an oil leak. As we walk around, we are hunting for the staircase we find, but we're also seeing that, albeit this area is large and expansive, it's fairly empty. Once we get back to the staircases that we were going down, we can head down to floor 7. This, if we remember from the diagram upstairs, is the cafeteria floor. We open up the door and we are ground level with the tree that we saw. There's many diagrams of plants explaining what they are: sea lettuce, sea urchins, help, learn, play, work, need money, join PBST. We find a lounge for relaxing for the employees. There's nothing special hidden in this lounge. As we continue to explore this floor, we find a room that we cannot access. We try clicking the button, but nothing happens. Then we find Xelian Technologies. This leads to an office with a briefing room. That's it, nothing special. But a Xelium, that's the first time we've heard of that, and this company name that keeps appearing, JKR. Well, what are these 2 companies? We haven't seen them at the HQ located downtown. See an employee spawns in to work. We look around and we find a control room as we accidentally trigger the cafeteria menu. See inside the control room many screens that are saying what is happening on the platform. As we continue to explore, we find a door to oil production. Usually it's just gas production. This leads us back outside to where we were, the bottom floor of the event hall as well. As we continue to explore this floor, we see that the event hall actually spans levels 7 and 8. That's where we are, apparently. The cafeteria we were just in, but as we continue to explore this floor, we find it yet again barren of any information. As we walk around, we see a regasification machine. Well, that's interesting. I don't know a lot about oil production, but I do know that that's not exactly something I would consider normal. We are now on the bottom floor of the engine testing room, and we can see the General Electric motor over here, and the Rolls-Royce Trent 900. And then on the wall, V6 engine, a V8, V10, and a V12. Why would they be testing engines all the way up here? As we continue back around, we find a Pinewood Builder's Special Intelligence area. We don't have access to that. Continue walking around the 7th floor, and we get to the staircase. Let's take this staircase down. We take it down, and we find, that's new, an elevator. Let's just call up the elevator now. That way when we come back, it's back waiting for us. Now, we see that this place is Under a bit of what looked to be disrepair, we find oil tanks lying on the ground, a catwalk that was out. And as we continue to explore floor 6, we see many items. A distillation tower, control room there, electrical pipes on the ceiling. This floor appears to be more decorated. Crude oil pumps leading to the tanks, more crude oil pumps. But what we are looking for is the door that leads to all the inside information. We find a room that just leads to a hut. Well, that's nice. It allows the employees to relax. We continue walking around on the 6th floor, and we get that still blank view of the ocean. We are clearly not near any form of land. As we walk around, we decide that we've seen everything on this floor. We're just on the other side. So let us walk to go in between the oil tanks, see if we've missed anything. Just find a few levers and the staircase that we found before. So we have clearly made a full circle. From that information, let us head down the elevator. We press the button again to call the elevator, have it open its doors, and click for fly. As we head down, the doors open onto floor 5, and we begin to explore. As we explore, we see that this area is just more oil tanks. We find the entrance to the control room next to a Pinewood Builders logo and the catwalk that was out. As we enter the control room, we see computers, data tables for conversion factors, desks ready to go, and buttons. Click the oil valves button and it just shuts down oil production. We find the power buttons. If we click A, one of the gas pumps turns off. But let's turn that back on for now. We find furnaces and buttons to export oil. We'll deal with those later. Finally have a location for where we are. We appear to be in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Well, that's interesting. Not only that, on this map, we see many other things. On it is the locations of Pinewood Builders, all their locations. Here we see the Pinewood Builders HQ, Pinewood Builders SSA, Pinewood Builders CC, Pinewood Builders RF, and Pinewood Builders STTE. Interesting. Now, annoyingly, we are joined by what appeared to be an annoying character. As we continue to walk around the 5th floor, we find more oil tanks, another little oil spill, and we decide and find a hallway. Well, let's head down that hallway. It just leads to more tanks and another open side of the platform. Wait, here's a door. Water production. Why would they need to produce water? All they would have to do is just pump it up from the ground. Chlorine tanks. Many items for producing water. Well, I guess they are pumping it up from the ocean. That's just a filtration area. As we continue to walk around, we realize we've seen everything on this floor. So let us head down to the 4th floor. As we walk around looking for the elevator, we just see nothing but tanks on the ocean walls. Now let's head to the 4th floor. As the elevator lowers, it opens up onto the 4th floor. Now as we begin to explore the 4th floor, we see more numbers. Reactor control room, plastics lab, uranium labs, hazmat, and oil production, a floor below us. And here we get to see the reactor. Now let us enter the reactor. We see that it is indeed a nuclear reactor here. We find mega condensers on the walls behind us on the reactor, water tanks on the far wall from where we entered, and the large reactor sitting in the center of the room. Now if we look over here, we can see that we have more to explore on this floor before we head to the other side. So let us activate it. We're heading through a radiation area. We're heading in. As we check the uranium labs, we see the uranium atom demonstrated, cores, and containers that say do not open. Let us head outside and check out the plastics lab. Inside the plastics lab, we find all of the information we need to know about plastics. Area for the waste machines, a plastic tubes for beads, a conveyor belt that has a funnel on the top, many computers and servers, and the plastic shoe machine. Now if we turn the shoe machine on, pardon me folks, it just rotates around and produces shoes every once in a while. Let's head outside. As we begin to explore outside again, we find the reactor control room barricaded by 2 cement blocks. That's no problem, we can easily just get over them. We find the reactor control room to be quite barren of information. We see a control rods diagram, many buttons and panels that don't do anything or display anything, emergency coolant button, the reactor not yet functional but at a stable power system, cooling active, and the turbine active. That's it for this room. So let us head to explore this room, the hazmat room. As we enter the hazmat room, we just see PET dispenser for uniform and equipment. That's very simple enough. Now we've covered majority of what is on this side, but let's double check the back wall to see if we're missing anything. We find a diagram for how a distillation tower works, another logo for the Pinewood Builders oil platform, a back entrance to the plastics lab. Well, we've clearly seen everything here, so let us head out to the other side of the platform. Once again, we get a nice look at that reactor down in the center, but once again, why would we need a reactor here? As we exit the reactor, we just see that this area is barren except for the H2O tanks. Well, then we can head downstairs to level 3. At level 3, we see another entrance to the reactor, and on this side, we just appear to have H2O tanks. Well, get a nice shot of what's on the other side. There's clearly something over there. So as we head over there, we again once check the wall, but again we find it barren, as if something's missing. We see a life below us, 1,000 something tanks, and we're on our side. We see a chart telling us where everything is, but we're here to see what's over here. We find propane tanks and oil tanks and flammable gas tanks. Well, that's interesting. Why do we have all of these? As we walk around this area, we go over some electrical wires on the ground. natural gas tanks, the emergency coolant tank over here. But that appears to be it for this floor. So let's wait. We have a hallway. Is there something hiding in this hallway? No, it's just a path between the tanks. Well, let us head down to the second floor. As we head down to the second floor, we just again find more oil tanks, and the lifeboat is still below us. We find stairwells, flammable tanks, another diagram for how distillation towers work. Here we go. Compressor control. We open it and we just find a chair and a blank screen. Well, if that's all, then we're fine. There appears to be 2 missing items here. As we continue to walk around, we find, once again, the reactor. On the other side, we can see from here that's just oil tanks. And we see a different room down here. Let us check out what is different on this floor from the rest. As we head over, we can start to see that they appear to be pumps of some sort. Pumping what? Probably coolant. Correction. There's steam turbine room. These are the turbines used from the heat produced by the nuclear reactor. Pumped into here and they just spin around in the turbine. Let's head back up to level 2. The other side we see is just H2O tanks, so let's actually head down to level 1. Here we see the reactor up close and personal, but that's not what we're here for. We're here for everything else. We find one of the lifeboats ready to deploy if there were to be an emergency. As we walk around the outside of the structure, you can see that this side just has more H2O tanks, but also a surge tank and filter. We continue to walk around and we find liquid nitrogen barrels just laying around. Well, this is nice and all, but there's much more to this structure. So let us explore and see what's missing. As we continue to walk around this oil platform, we find that there's nothing really on the first floor. We find some boxes and information on what a cork link is, a furnace, installation towers, another lifeboat, marksman tanks, and many other items. It appears to be that there's nothing really special on this floor. Now the question is there something beneath? Yes, there is. Under platform levels. You can head down to see what is under. Underneath the platform just appears to be several poles keeping the structure standing. That appears to be it. Nothing fancy. No drill. Wait. What is that? We head back to the center pole, the staircase that we just came up. Take a look at what's beneath us. As we lower the winding staircases, we appear on basement 5. And inside, we find the PBOP with a spilled oil barrel. How clever. But that appears to be it for this platform. What was the point of that? We don't know. Alas, we can find out all the information needed for what this platform has for Pinewood Builders. This has been Lloyd Andrews, and this has been another in-depth video. We haven't really gone in depth, have we? So let us take what we've seen here. Pinewood Builders Builders not only has an HQ in what appears to be Tokyo, according to that map, it's located in Central Africa. And they have an oil platform out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and many other facilities. So, we shall look at all these facilities and build a reputation for Pinewood Builders. Are they an evil company trying to get control of the world, or are they just a normal business trying to make everyday work? That's the point of these videos, so we won't really be going in depth till the end of it. This has been Lloyd Andrews with an in-depth video on the Pinewood Builder oil platform.